Hello, my name is Michael Rowlett, and I'm the clarinet professor at the University of Mississippi. I'm going to talk for just a few moments today about clarinet embouchure, and this talk is intended for beginners and folks who have not played the clarinet before. The basic idea of clarinet embouchure is very simple. You're going to open your mouth wide enough to accommodate the clarinet mouthpiece, and then you're going to turn your lower lip in over your teeth. You should feel some stretching of your lip across your teeth, okay? Just as if you were going to put chapstick or lipstick on your lip, just like that, okay? Here are some exercises you can do to make sure you're doing this properly. One is to take your finger and put it on the fattest part of your lip and feel it move around, okay? And now I want you to take your finger and put it on the sharpest part of your teeth, the ridge right at the top of your teeth, okay? The goal here is to take the fattest part of your lip and stretch it over the sharpest part of your teeth, like that, okay? And when you do that, you should not be able, if you take your finger and put your finger on your lip after it's stretched across your teeth, you should not be able to move your lip side to side at all, okay? It should be pretty firm. Another thing you can do to avoid a common problem is take your thumb and your forefinger and put them on the corners of your mouth, okay? I want you to practice saying ooh, ooh, and notice that your thumb and your forefinger come in towards each other, ooh, as your muscles sort of collapse in, okay? Now I want you to do the same thing and practice saying e, okay? And really exaggerate it so you stretch your lips out. E, okay? Notice then that your thumb and your forefinger moved apart. We do not want either of those things to happen. When you make your clarinet embouchure, your thumb and forefinger should stay in just about the same place. You might feel a little firming of the muscles. You should feel a little firming of the muscles under your thumb and forefinger, but they don't really move either in or out, okay? Those are some important things to notice. Just a couple of other things that you might notice as you're trying to do this. One is that as you stretch your lower lip, your upper lip stretches and becomes taut as well, okay? We don't pull the upper lip over our teeth. We just hold it against our front teeth. So one way to think about clarinet embouchure is it's like you take your lips and you use them to hold your teeth in your mouth. Like if you didn't do this, your teeth would just fall out, okay? So that creates kind of a push-pull tension in both the upper lip and the lower lip. You may also notice that this makes your cheeks firm as well, so that your cheeks won't puff out if your corners have enough energy and firmness in them, okay? So that's one thing you might notice. Another thing is that you might notice that your chin becomes really flat and pointed when you make your clarinet embouchure. Another way to think about the clarinet embouchure is that it's like you're trying to take the tip of your chin and make it as far as you can from the tip of your nose, okay? So it's like this space between your nose and your chin is going to be as tall as you can make it. Practicing making these funny faces is actually a really great way to get ready to make your clarinet embouchure. Okay, now you're ready to give this a try. We're going to use just the clarinet mouthpiece and barrel put together with the reed on. To know how much of the mouthpiece to put in your mouth, I recommend taking a 3x5 card or just a plain old sheet of paper, and we're just going to slip it between the reed and the mouthpiece very gently. Don't break your reed, okay? Look how far down the piece of paper goes before it stops. That is more or less where you want your lower lip and teeth to contact the reed, okay? Since we will then angle the clarinet mouthpiece so the top of the mouthpiece rests on our front teeth, okay? We don't turn the lower lip over the teeth. We're going to put the top of the mouthpiece on our top teeth, and we're going to angle the mouthpiece in our mouth so that it's about a 30 or a 45 degree angle. I like to think, if I imagine a line coming out of the barrel of my clarinet, that line is basically aimed for my knees when I'm seated, okay? So we don't want it straight out like this, like a trumpet. We don't want it pushed against our chin like this. We want it pretty much right in between, okay? So we're going to put the top of the mouthpiece on our top teeth. We stretch our lip over our bottom teeth and let that contact the reed. And then here's a place where there frequently are problems. We're going to seal off the corners by letting the upper lip pull down onto the lower lip. This prevents your corners from collapsing in that ooh shape, okay? Be very careful that you don't feel your corners go in when you seal the corners of your embouchure. I like to think of it more like an envelope, like you're sealing the corners of an envelope. You don't mush the letter together, you seal the corners right where they are, okay? So here we go. Top teeth, bottom lip, seal. Okay, and if you sustain air through the mouthpiece and reed with the barrel attached, you should get an F sharp, okay? That is a concert F sharp, all right? If you're matching this on a clarinet that's put together, that is a G sharp, band directors, but it's a concert F sharp. If you're not getting that pitch, you should assess whether your corners are firm, your chin is flat. You also should assess whether the inside of your mouthpiece is doing what it should be doing. The inside of your embouchure, I should say, is doing what it should be doing. You want your tongue to be high in your mouth, as if you're saying this, the vowel sound E. If you say E, notice that your tongue arches up towards the roof of your mouth, and it makes the space inside your mouth very, very small, okay? If you say ah, then your tongue drops down to the bottom of your mouth, and the space in your mouth is very large. Just think, all of the air in your lungs has to get down into that space between the reed and the mouthpiece, that tiny, tiny space. So by raising your tongue in your mouth, E, you're preparing the air to go into that space, and that helps the clarinet sound good, okay? So we are going to say E, and that should get our concert F sharp to come out. If you say ah, you'll get a much lower pitch, and I'm going to go ah, E, so you can hear the difference when I blow. Hear the difference? So try to match that concert F sharp. I hope this has been helpful. Good luck with your embouchure practice.